Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm back again as I do a preview to our game this weekend against Preston in the FA Cup. Of course, it is FA Cup weekend. And yeah, I know I said I wasn't going to do a preview for this game, but I thought I'd do a little preview for this one really, obviously. And the only reason being is it's not because I don't like the FA Cup, just to make it clear, because I love the FA Cup. But obviously, because we only just played them literally last week, the other week, obviously a full-on preview for a game against a team that we've already played recently, I don't think is really, obviously people will already remember the last one. So that's my thinking behind it. But obviously, I will bring you a mini preview of this game this weekend, of course. So yeah, obviously, it is an early kickoff, isn't it? On Saturday, tomorrow, 12:30 kickoff. Yeah, travelling back to Deepdale, of course, where we did manage to claim that really, really amazing win in the league. Yeah, obviously, third round, in the third round of the cup. And yeah, like I say, we were there 12 days ago at Deepdale. 13 days ago, and yeah, so this time we'll be hoping to progress further in the FA Cup for sure. There's no doubt about that. Obviously, added revenue for the club, and then of course we go into this game looking to get back to winning ways. Obviously, after losing to Luton in the league, so really, really important game, to be honest with you. Obviously, not as important as the league, as we know. People, anyone that's spoken to me. We all know that the league is the most important, right? It is. That's the reality. But it still doesn't mean that I want to lose this game. But it's one of those, isn't it, where I just think that if we can get a win in this one, okay, I'll take it, and obviously take that into the league then the following week. So yeah, momentum is key in football, isn't it, as we know. So yeah, it is one of those. But yeah, like I said, love to obviously win this game and progress. That is the reality of this. So we obviously. Preston, the last game they had, obviously they got a stoppage time winner against Stoke. Ched Evans scoring that, so they'll be up for this. But again, I feel like it will be, two very different sides to what we saw in the league. I think that quite a few will be rested for both teams, and I certainly have gone with a bit of a changed lineup to what we played in the league. With a few, obviously, players that obviously start the league as well. But obviously, I'll get into that later on. But yeah, first of all, before I get into the opposition, as I always do, please hit the like button. It does help with the algorithm of getting the video noticed. And you can subscribe. We are at 209 subscribers now. It's incredible to obviously keep growing that, community here. And the fact that I'm at 209, since the last time we spoke, obviously a few days ago, so it's already gone up by by 9 since the last video, which is just incredible, really. So like I say, if you are watching this video and you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscription button. Like I say, I am on the road to 300 subscribers, so really appreciate if you could help me get towards that target. And yeah, as always, I love to hear from you town fans, and any fan for that matter. Comment your thoughts down below, and as always, I will reply. But yeah, let's get into this one then. So obviously the opposition, this is the 4th time we play in Preston this season already, and it will be the final time, hopefully, as long as there's no replay, which, again, a replay will not be any good to us at all. If we're going to get through, we need to get through this route, because we just don't need an additional game at this point. But yeah, obviously we played in the Carabao Cup, and obviously um, played them twice in the league already now, so we won't, obviously we won't be playing them in the league again this season. Obviously Preston won both games hosted at the John Smiths, as we know, but obviously we won them. A bit of revenge at Deepdale on Boxing Day. And like I say, Ryan Lowe's side will be looking obviously to progress to the fourth round proper this year, as they were knocked out of the third round last season away at Cardiff, so they did fall at the third round last time. Obviously a few players to watch. Obviously Greg Cunningham, experienced player, obviously great defender. Ali McCann, another one, a midfielder, obviously joined last year on a 4-year deal after obviously coming from Scottish football, St Johnstone, of course. So come from Scotland, St Johnstone. 23, and yeah, again, I think that obviously he did score. He did net a brace against us in the game in the Carabao Cup as well in August. So we've got to be careful with him. Obviously, it will be a threat for us. And of course, we have to mention obviously Ched Evans. Brilliant. If he gets a chance, he'll score. Such a brilliant player. He scored 6 goals and assisted 1 already this season. He's just a threat, and we've got to be careful. Like I say, he's tall, and he's obviously the top scorer for them at the moment, Preston. So, yeah, again, in a good run of form. Obviously, like I said earlier, he scored that dramatic winner last time out in added time for Preston, as they overcame Stoke City. But yeah, I mean, anybody that isn't actually familiar with the FA Cup format this round, obviously the tie will be replayed if it finishes as a draw, and yeah, that is how it is. Like I said earlier, that is the worst possible thing for us. Really, we don't need an additional game. I'm pretty sure. Mind you, I'm not sure they'll be as bothered as us, but I just don't think we need an additional game, to be honest with you. Not in this kind of moment, but yeah, I mean, obviously I'm going to get into my lineups now, and obviously, and yeah, but yeah, I've made plenty of changes. But first of all, before I do, actually, there is obviously some team news to report, which obviously with the press conference was this morning, wasn't it? With Matt Fotheringham, of course. So I'm just gonna get up the team news for this one, because as we know, we do know that there is some team news to report. Now, I'm sorry for stumbling here, but yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going because obviously I don't really want to be, but I already know the team news. So yeah, it has been reported, of course, this morning that obviously Lee Nichols has picked up a bit of an injury, nothing serious, just an irritated shoulder apparently. So he definitely doesn't play tomorrow, which in hindsight I probably would have rested him tomorrow anyway. But obviously that is a bit of a, obviously him being injured, like I said, it's nothing serious, but it is obviously worth noting that is so that is who's going to be out tomorrow. And also Danny Ward has picked up a serious injury apparently, and now he's going to be out for a lengthy spell. I'm afraid, it's one of those where we just need to get rid of him, to be honest with you. I mean, whether that means terminating his contract or whatever, I don't know, but to me, he's offered nothing this season. I just don't think he's too injury prone as well. He's just no good. And we've got to look at the bigger picture. And I just think that, obviously he's injured now and looks out, he's going to be out for a lengthy spell. Like I said, not that he contributed anything to this season anyway, but yeah, so I'm not really too bothered about that, but obviously. But yeah. And then obviously, yeah, so let's get into our lineups then. So obviously Kopic will start tomorrow in goal, one of our academy players. Who has had first team action before. I think he played in the Carabao Cup game, actually, if I remember rightly. I'm sure he did. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I'm sure he did. But he has had he has had a brief spells in the team, so it's not like he's just been thrown in without any kind of first team experience. He's always been on that. He's basically the second choice at the moment for us. So he's always been in and around the first team anyway, as well as playing a number of minutes as well. Not much, but still. I would go for a back four in this one. Now, as far as I'm aware, Lowton will be available, so I would start Lowton. Matt Lowton definitely comes in for me. I'd rest Lees for this one. I would, because I just think there's just he's played a lot of football. I just don't think there's any need to risk him. So for me, Lloyd Aina will come in at centre back alongside Healy. Obviously, yeah, Aina. One of our academy players. He's been on the bench numerous times this season, to be fair, so on the fringes of the first team, so there's no reason why he can't step up and play. Obviously, Healy alongside him will help with the experience kind of things. So I've got no qualms about doing that. Then obviously Ben Jackson has to start on the left for me. Now, I'll probably play a 4-2-3-1. And I would put Kasumu in with Kamara in the middle. I'd put Radoni on the right. In fact, Radoni through the middle. Who would I put on the right? It's so hard because on the left, definitely Diarra has to come in. So Diarra on the left. And I would actually start Harrott. I would, because obviously it is a bit touch and go whether we should maybe we should start Simpson. That is another option, of course. But I just think that Harrott obviously is coming back from Bradford, one of our academy players, obviously, and he did well at Bradford actually, and it's one of those where I just think that I think he'll do very well in this game. I think Simpson will probably come off the bench and utilise that kind of strength that way, but I just think that is the option for us. Now, I'm still debating who to play on the right here. Probably looking at somebody that's just not had much game time. Potentially maybe Mahoney. I don't really know if that's an option, but obviously I've made a lot of changes really to this lineup, and that is the truth in it, and I think that's important to kind of stress that we do need to rest a few players, and we do need to do that. So yeah, it'd be nice to get a win tomorrow. I'd love to get a win tomorrow. Hopefully we do win. I've rotated the side quite a lot in this one, but I still think that's the correct decision because, like I said, the league is the most important thing, and also we've had so much football, like I said, over the festive period. We just need to have a few players that just sit out this one and just rest up. But yeah, so yeah, that is it from me. Obviously, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and comment your thoughts below on this game. What do you think? What are your score predictions? Who would you set up in the lineup? But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for all your support. And yeah, special video coming tomorrow. A transfer show one. So a transfer show video with a very special collaboration, which I am not saying anything just yet. You need to keep an eye on my socials at HTFTV8 on Instagram and Twitter for that. Probably look to announce that in the morning before the video gets released, late morning. So yeah, stay tuned for that. I'm really excited to collab again with somebody that I rate really highly and really respect, and you know, great to get a fellow town fan back on the channel again, and yeah. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Obviously, we're reacting to our latest news that Florian Canberra has officially become Huddersfield Town player. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But yeah, until next time, thanks for watching, guys, and up the town as always, and come on you Terriers.